Hello, guys.
I remember you.
How are you guys? You came by yesterday, I believe, as well. How was yesterday? If you were to rate it out of 10, what number would you give it? 10. Why? Oh, that is quite a high number. Why would you give the Newham Show yesterday 10? You might need to come a little bit closer just so we can hear you.
Because it was fun and everyone was happy.
Oh, okay, nice. I like it. And do you think, what kind of things did you go and do yesterday? What kind of things made people feel fun and happy?
I went on some rides.
Hello, guys. Do you want to come and join? We're a talk show where you guys can come and join in. Have you guys been to the Newham Show before?
Yes.
Okay. One yes, one no. Okay, so you are our expert guide here at the Newham Show. Oh, goodbye, bye. We'll see you later. You guys are our experts. What should we go and see if we're at the Newham Show today?
We should go and see We should go and do this.
Well, I would agree, yeah. This is probably one of the highlights of the Newham Show. Guys, we were talking about yesterday, we were just talking about different things. We were talking about, are you from Newham itself? Are you guys both from Newham? Yeah. Yeah? What, if you wanted to change anything about Newham, what would you change?
You go first. I don't know.
You might need to come a little bit closer to the mic.
I don't know. I would change. I would change. You don't know, right? I would change everything.
Everything. So the colour of the buildings. I'm gonna. Well, whilst we're getting here, guys, we're just sort of getting sat down, warming ourselves up. Can I just get a round of names as well, just around the table? So I'm going to start off over here. I'm Margot.
Summer. Emily.
Kane. Rick.
Hello, guys, and I'm Evie. Good to meet you. So thinking about what kind of things we might want to change. Margot, you had some sort of questions as well, I feel.
Yeah, I was just thinking because I don't know when you guys came into the festival, but certainly I had my bag searched, and I'm not sure if how I feel about it. And I wonder, did you guys have your bags searched?
I didn't have a bag, but my mum got like the.
See, but because I think the kids are getting off lightly here because the grown-ups get searched and kids can go anywhere, do anything they want. That's not fair.
We got some glamorous people in green t-shirts who are just looking at us over the side there, and they're like, "Oh, I really want to come in, but I'm not sure." But guys, come and grab a seat. Don't be shy. First of all, can you tell us our names? Oh, guys, before you go, can you tell us some final thoughts?
What I would change.
What you would change, what you're planning to do at Newham Show today, any good ideas you've had in the last couple of hours?
I'm gonna go on everything here and all the rides and everything.
Strong. Okay, so advice is here. Go on every single one of the rides because that's what makes it fun and happy.
I would make everything pinker.
Make everything pinker.
Yeah.
Great. You know what? I think we've got a good sense of pinkness on the table as well. Guys, enjoy the rest of the Newham Show. I'm going to introduce, we've got two new people at the table as well. Guys, what are your names?
Paola. Daniela.
And we've got over here, we've got Kane, we've got Rick, we've got Margot, and I'm Evie. And this is Talkaoke. It's a pop-up talk show. We've been talking a little bit about, did you guys get your bag searched when you came into Newham Show this morning?
We're just volunteering, so.
Oh, so as a volunteer, so Margot and I were both working here today, but we got our bag searched. We thought, oh, maybe is that.
And I had a giant camera bag, and I didn't get that searched. But that was early, so I guess that was 11 o'clock. So I don't know if that counted.
So what is it? Like men with beards and children don't get searched, and green t-shirt wearers don't get searched, and there's some kind of strange. What is that?
Maybe I just look like a technician. Maybe that's what it is, I guess.
Well, yeah. I mean, it is unfair. Do you feel like Margot and I of this table, we should be the ones who feel like should be searched?
No.
Yeah. We went search yesterday. Do you think it's something that's necessary for like events like this? Should we be searching people at events?
Yeah, we should, 100%, just to make everyone feel safer. And if everyone's searched, then it's fine.
And so you think, does it make you feel safer to be searched? I think, Margot, you want to pop in on that?
No, I really disagree, because I think with the searches, it just kind of like introduces like a sense of hostility. I came in like in a pretty good mood, then had my bag searched. I'm ready to kick off. I'm quite a pacifist, but I just got slightly, annoyed. So yeah, I think it just like adds like some unsettling energy.
Okay, so maybe actually bag searching makes us feel unsettled, but it makes us feel a bit pissed off for the beginning of the day.
Isn't it that the people searching your bags are a bit moody? If they were a bit more sort of like happy and joyful when like maybe singing when searching your bags, that would be better.
Okay, so maybe if we're going to have things like searches at airports, maybe if we're going to have police maybe looking after our streets as well, maybe they should be doing something kind of joyful at the same time. We should have singing policemen, would make us feel a bit more happy. What do people think about it? I think that might be a bit sinister, personally. Anyone else got any thoughts? Yeah, I feel like maybe we do need have we got any representatives of the police who might want to come and join and chat to us? Yesterday you kind of like eyed us up, you were like keen, but didn't feel quite welcome. But maybe today you feel welcome to come and grab a seat. Do you think, just policemen, just a really quick question, do you think you would be better at your job? Do you think people would like you more if you sang and maybe did a bit of a dance whilst you were protecting the streets? You know what? I think what you said was very intelligent, but I can't hear you. You're not allowed to. What? You're not allowed to. You're not allowed to come and sit down and talk to the people on Talkaoke. Oh, guys, I think that was beautiful. Hello, guys. How are you this morning? Very well. We were just discussing about policemen, whether we should make them perform, dance. Maybe that will make us feel safer in this unsafe world. We've got some lovely, glamorous people over here as well who are kind of maybe trying to check out some things to do today. They're a bit more distracted by the police, perhaps, but that's all right. We'll forgive them. We'll try and be a little bit more distracting. Margot, I think you had some thoughts over here.
Yeah, I just kind of wanted to ask, because you guys, you are volunteering. What made you volunteer? And what are you volunteering for? Because I don't fully know.
What we're volunteering for?
Volunteering now?
Yeah, well, we get allocated places, and like around 2 o'clock we'll be around the gates putting wristbands on children. But yeah, right now we're just walking around trying to encourage everyone to come here. But yeah, just all over the park. Everyone's split up into different sections, really.
Why do you think wristbands on children?
Yeah, why?
Basically the wristbands have their parents' numbers on it, so if the children get lost, they can just be like, oh, call my mum please, and then it's just safer that way.
Is there a risk that children will swap wristbands with other children? and then children go home with the wrong parents at the end of the day?
No, they're really put on really tight. Even though the toddlers, they really try to fight it off, but it's secure. Yeah, it doesn't come off unless they get scissors and cut it off. But yeah.
And have you guys, what made you sort of sign up to volunteer at the Newham Show this year? Is this something you've done before?
We just thought like we'd want to give something back to the community, because we just don't have anything to do anyways, and it's like a fun day out and you get to see a lot of people, so yeah.
Okay, so volunteering, you want to do something for your community. Do you feel like that's something that's missing at the moment in like people's lives? Do you think or do you sometimes, we were talking about volunteering yesterday, some people really liked it allowed them to like give more back to the community. Some people thought that it maybe took advantage of people, like maybe this is some kind of putting wristbands on children. It seems quite important. Do you think you should be being paid for that?
Confession time. I've never volunteered in my life. No, because it's always this thing. I wonder, have you ever, sorry, excuse me, a man in glasses. Hey, have you ever volunteered? Have you ever done any volunteering? What did you volunteer as? Oh, as a time machine man, probably. But I've never volunteered because I always like the idea of it, but then I'm always finding that I've got loads more things to do in my day, like in my life. By the way, have you done volunteering in the past? Have you? What did you volunteer as? Oh, by the way, this is a pop-up talk show, so we're just like having a chat. But what did you volunteer as?
Worker, as a support worker.
Where, in Newham?
No, not in Newham, in Tower Hamlets.
Okay, and what did that entail? Oh, hello, by the way. Guys, you can sit down, by the way. We're just having a bit of a talkaoke. It's a pop-up talk show. You can just stay for 1 second. But we're just talking about volunteering. There's a lot of these girls are from volunteering thing. But yeah, so what did your volunteering entail?
I did also volunteering in counselling. Counselling.
And was that hard? Was it easy?
No, it wasn't hard. And they treated like a member of staff. And I felt good and valued.
Have a little seat. Sit down.
Yeah, we're gonna. Yeah, I would say come and get comfortable. We're Talkaoke. We're a pop-up talk show. I just want to know. We were discussing about like volunteering, whether sometimes is it fair or unfair. So I just wanted to know. I'll just pause you guys just before you go. If you give us some final thoughts of what we've just discussed on the table today.
Volunteering like keeps me active, and since we've finished A-levels we have nothing to do, and we can't find jobs, so we might as well volunteer.
I like that. Like really covered quite a lot of deep-seated emotions in one statement. I like it. Thank you.
I have nothing to say.
It was very succinct. Thank you. Thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys. Right, okay, so we've been talking about our volunteering. Rick, you've got a point over here.
My mum currently is volunteering. She picks up rubbish at the side of the road. She lives in South Wales, so she does that with another volunteer group, just going around, which is kind of great. Although she talks about it a lot, so I always hear about these stories about picking up rubbish everywhere. So, like, it's great. No, but it's a great thing she's doing.
That's what we ended up talking a lot about yesterday, picking up litter, because supposedly that's a really big issue in Tower Hamlets. I wonder if these guys. Hello, hello, welcome to a pop-up talk show. You're welcome to join us. We are just talking about volunteering and people walking by, as they do, because people just come and go. But yeah.
Oh, yeah, lazy Sunday. Although lots of people here. Kane, we have some responses on litter picking.
Yeah, I was going to say there's been a big campaign recently by the Canal and River Trust, because obviously we cycled along the canal today to get here, and they reckon that if every person who walked along the canal picked up a piece of rubbish, within a year they would completely clean up the canal.
Guys, do you guys ever go on like the walks maybe around the park? Do you ever pick up litter when you're in the park? We're just talking about litter picking and how, like, whether it's something that we should be doing or whether it's someone else's responsibility. Have you guys ever picked up litter before? We're not sure. Maybe you're thinking about snakes and ladders. Very dapper lady over here with the hat. I like it. Have you ever picked up litter before? No. Okay, so maybe we have a problem here, which is actually a lot of people think it's not their responsibility to pick up litter. I went on a riverside walk. Oh, these guys, hello, you guys look both very dapper today. Would you like to come and... Have you guys ever picked up litter before? Yeah. Do you think it's something that you should regularly do? Should we encourage more people to be picking up litter?
Do we pick up litter? Yeah, of course we do. We take our dog for a walk anytime we see a bit of litter around. We might pick it up, put it into the bin, but it's all over the place, isn't it? It's everywhere, no matter where you go, parks and greenways and roads, and I mean, like the dumping of rubbish in Newham at the moment, absolutely unbelievable. Every corner, every street, you know. So it's
people were saying yesterday, because we were here yesterday, that apparently in Newham that's a big problem, people not picking up litter, and we had somebody from the actual litter picking thing.
Yeah? Go at lunchtime, go and see how many kids are up and down Romford Road, Barking Road, outside the restaurants. How many restaurants are actually takeaway shops, little Kentucky shops, are actually telling the kids, when you walk out of this shop, when you finish what you're doing, put it into the bin. You walk along, you see them, finish with it, the food, the dog, I mean, like the chicken bones that we're stopping our dog from eating on, you know, outside schools, go along around schools within a couple of metres and you'll see the amount of rubbish that's been thrown around by the kids alone. Go into the schools and tell the kids, to me, you walk down the street and they've thrown it as blatant as possible.
I pause you there, because actually we've got maybe a couple of younger people wandering around. Do you pick up your litter, sir? Because we've got some people here saying that that younger people are bad at picking up the litter, and I want to know, maybe just from the young people of Newham, do you think that's a fair response? Do you think you want to respond to that as well? I think maybe our young people are more distracted at the moment.
There's a whole litter picker.
Oh, we've got the litter pickers on the road. Hello, madam. Do you pick up litter when you're out and about? Maybe. Exactly. So maybe picking up litter is defined by your ability, so your fitness. So just to let you know, guys, we're a pop-up talk show. We're Talkaoke. We just talk about anything and anything that people have issues with. Maybe people want to discuss. It can be silly. It can be serious. And I'm just going to pop over here.
I just wanted to say, because you were saying like about schools, and this is really quite surprising to me. I don't live in Newham, but yesterday we were talking to some kids. They're quite young. They're like 8, 9, like really young kids. And the amount of knowledge they had about technology, about the environment, including somebody told me that I shouldn't really flush my mouth after brushing my teeth because I didn't know that. Basically, the point is that these kids are really bright these days. That was in Newham, that was literally here, like in this very spot. So that is very surprising that...
Schools are promoting, you see kids at the moment, they're all for this environmental thing at the moment. But seriously, that's maybe, I don't know what. I mean, seriously, when you look at it, you know, there's not really that many. Outside Newham, probably everyone's doing it, but inside Newham, in the cities and that, maybe up towards the city might be a bit more, but in Newham, none of the kids seem to care. You know, none of them, you know.
So you think maybe it's something about living in a city which makes it harder to kind of respect rubbish or be able to dispose of your waste?
It's not just kids that are doing it, it's everybody down there, you know. And there's constant bin men going up and down there 24 hours a day, picking rubbish up, even along the streets. There's 50, 60-year-old people doing it, you know.
I've got a little smile from you here. Like I think you've come together. You come together. Do you also agree?
I do agree, but what you were saying about the younger children, it's a massive generation gap. So the kids that are in the secondary school now, that are the ones that can afford the £1.50 lunches, they weren't educated at that age about recycling. It's really only come about in the past 5 to 10 years. So unless they put that through all the schools, and not just, I mean, it's good to kind of educate the youngsters so they're kind of growing up with it in mind, but you need to educate everybody. And Newham need to collect the bins a bit more and empty them.
Yeah.
When it's windy, because we haven't had our recycling collected for 2 weeks, and when it's windy, you got all that rubbish everywhere. Who's picking it up?
So it's not just about the guys. We're just talking about rubbish and whether we should pick it up or not, or maybe we should get some more bins. Yeah.
Anything at all, we're just here for a little wonderland. No.
Well, come back and tell us what we should go and check out. Enjoy your day, guys. So we've had. I think people are quite passionate in Newham about litter picking, and there seems to be quite a big divide as well. We've got some slightly glamorous-looking people over here as well. There's ladies. Maybe you're not quite sure about what you want to go to. Madam, do you feel like you want to pick up more litter in your life? Do you feel like there's too much litter in Newham? Do you feel like there's we've just been talking to some people who are thinking that maybe there's too much litter in Newham, there's too much rubbish on the streets. Is that something you agree with?
Yeah, I think so.
Take the weight off your feet. And what do you think the solution is? Some people are saying it's more individual, that maybe we should teach more children, that it's something that schools are failing to do. Other people have suggested that maybe bins need to be emptied more regularly. I don't know if you have any thoughts on that.
I wanted to ask you, madam, because somebody here was saying that apparently there's a big generation gap. The really young kids, like this child here, hello by the way, they are taught how to pick up rubbish. Hello. But the older generation just knows it. Is the middle generation who's clueless. I mean, was it better back in the day? Did people litter less, or did they pick up the litter better? I don't know. What do you?
I don't understand how the middle generation is clueless. They are clueless. They have clues. They know because they've been told from home. They have been told from home to pick up the litters, not to litter places. So I don't understand why they are littering the places all around. Wherever you go, you see them.
So maybe it's take a seat. We're grabbing some people around as well. So it might be a middle generation thing, but it's quite hard to understand what's going on with those generations. Like why are they doing these things?
I wonder, because a lot of people were saying how things have changed. Have you always lived in Newham then, or not? Because there was a guy here yesterday, he was saying how 10 years ago Newham was a completely different place. He wouldn't, but yeah.
There were not so much crowd around. There were clean streets. And the streets nowadays, when you look, it's really littered. Yeah, it's really littered. And you may see a cleaner pass by and pick up a few, and by a few hours, it's all littered again. Because people, although the bin is there, they don't mind the bin, they just throw the litter. There's only a few people is careful enough to put the litter in the bin. And sometimes you find a very careful one come and pick up litter and put in the bin. It would be a very old person who knows better, and you do that. But you can't expect them to keep on doing that. But I'd say, I think these people need to be more educated about litter picking up, keep the place clean. I believe if they keep their homes tidy enough, they will do it also on the streets, Sometimes we say that and they don't like it, but it's true. Once you're a clean person in your home, you're clean everywhere. So.
I've got some disagreement over here. We maybe have some people walking away from us who are intrigued, but we might have to grab them back later.
I don't litter at all. I take my rubbish home and stuff, but my house is it's a mess.
So maybe it's just a question of moving rubbish around. What do you think, Miss? With the clipboard, you look quite serious, quite important, maybe. Would you take all your rubbish home? Would you want to live with your rubbish?
I saw this. I didn't know what to. I found this funny, and also I was shocked by it. But I was cycling on the canal once, and someone had thrown a whole entire recycle bin into the canal. The giant recycle bins into the canal. I kind of thought it was funny. And I was. Oh yeah.
I'm going to pause Rick there because I was going to get you guys to maybe sit down with us a couple of seconds and tell us what it's like to live in Newham. Are you guys from Newham?
I'm not. I'm from Clay Hall, Ilford. Ilford.
Oh, okay. So what has brought you to the Newham Show today then? What has brought you here?
We are here to work for the community links.
With the community, what was that?
Community links.
Oh, okay. And can you tell me a little bit about that, maybe? First of all, let's just start off with a couple of names as well. So my name's Evie, and this is Talkaoke. It's a pop-up talk show. You guys are our VIPs here today. We've got over here. I'm Margot. Hello.
I'm Nora. I'm Suraya.
I'm Kane.
Rick, fantastic. So yeah, can you explain to me what is Community Links about?
Community Links is an organization that was created 40 years ago, and they do a lot of work with the community. They offer services like free advice, legal advice, training on different areas, IT training, cooking. So people from the community can come join them, and yes, that's what. And basically today we're working in a campaign that it was commissioned to Community Links, and we are raising awareness on cancer. So I'm doing breast cancer, and it's the same, yeah, same.
And why do you think that's something? Hello guys, we're a top pop-up talk show. Come and grab a seat. We're just talking about why people come to the Newham Show today. Maybe why we need community groups as well. Do you think we need community groups, guys? Yes, I absolutely believe that we have to have community groups. But why? And I would like to say, so do you feel like you see much impact with your work? I think Margot's got a question as well.
I do have a question, because before you came in we were talking a lot about picking rubbish, and apparently that's a big problem in Newham. Not many people actually do it, apart from older people who tend to do it because somehow that's more what they're used to, it seems. And I wonder if Community Links does any kind of courses on how to pick rubbish effectively or something, because I think there's like a gap of training, it seems.
Not at the moment, no. What we're doing is we are trying to create like conscientiousness on how to be more environmentally driven. So at the moment I'm working in a project which is a garden, so we are trying to teach people how to grow their own vegetables and how to do this in their own gardens.
So do you think why? Oh, the response from Kane.
I was just going to say, you know, we obviously we've spoken about the issue of litter and how it seems to have got worse in Newham over the last 10 years. And I guess, like, to what extent are community organisations like Community Link just filling a gap of what the council's no longer offering? And what extent is that it's important that they sit alongside what the council does?
Are you guys filling gap? How do you feel?
To be honest with you, I'm not sure how that goes into Community Links. I haven't seen any projects working on it, but I will feed back to them certainly, because I know that they do a lot of environmental driven. They, for example, they eradicated all their bins, plastic bins and caps and things like that. So internally they do. I'm not sure they are taking that out to the community as such, but I will feed back to them. Yeah.
But I'm also quite intrigued by the gardening course that you mentioned earlier. Is that something that you two teach as well? Are you keen gardeners?
Actually, I'm new, so I don't know about these things. So I'm just starting to work for the Community Links. So maybe she's the best candidate to tell you about that, because she's working with them for, I think, 3 years.
Okay, so you're quite new into the organisation, but you say you do a lot of gardening. You're quite an expert. Do you guys do any gardening just over here? Are you guys gardeners? Are you guys gardeners? Do you think it's important to garden, maybe as a young person as well? Do you think you should be gardening a bit more often? Come and let us know, guys. I haven't got very long arms.
Yeah, I think it's really important to garden because number one, obviously your garden needs to look nice and trim, not just your house. And two is just maintaining your garden, watering the plants. Plants are people too, you know. Yeah.
I like that. Plants are people. Do you think plants are people too? Are plants people too? What do we think? I don't think we quite. Sorry, what was your name?
Mark.
Mark. So Mark here is just sort of. We were talking about the importance of gardening. The importance of gardening, maybe to young people, maybe to everyone. And Mark here has decided that he was like, actually, we should look after plants because plants are people too. I just don't know how you might want to respond to that.
I didn't even understand the word.
Okay, so maybe it's a bit too off the mark here. Can I just grab your name as well? Mehek. Behek. I'm going to ask you one more time because I really hate getting people's names wrong.
Go on. Mehek.
Okay, thank you, Mehek. Brilliant. Okay, Margot, I've got some thoughts over here about maybe gardening. Maybe plants are people, maybe they're not.
So you sound like a man of knowledge in terms of like gardening. I would call you an oracle. So I've got a question for you, because basically I want to start gardening, but my flatmates beat me to it. And what I'm noticing between them, they're competing over who's a better gardener. And at the moment we've got a bunch of tomato plants going. My task this week was to water them, and I didn't do it, but luckily it rained, so don't tell them. But I wanted to ask, in fact, if you can chip in as well, and please do, what is like a good entry-level gardening plant that I can that would ease me into gardening? Because you were talking about courgettes yesterday, but then you have to trim flowers and all that kind of stuff. That's too much. Something easy. What do you recommend?
Aubergines are very easy. Aubergines are very, very easy.
All of them. Aubergines.
The best plants to start. The best plants to start with is cress. Yeah. A lot easier, a lot simple, and it's all about taking baby steps. And then after that, you can go up to say you know, mangoes or something like that. Mango plants, yeah.
Okay, so we think we're going to start. Aubergine's correct. I think aubergine's the one that blew my mind. Kane, you've got some opinions.
No, I just want to know a bit more about the can you just go and buy an aubergine from the supermarket and then plant it, or yes, you can.
You can take the seeds out yourself and plant them, and they will grow. But you can buy the little plants, and just a few weeks after, you will get one plant. It can give you 11 aubergines, about 700 grams.
Are you guys off? Before you go, can you just give us some final thoughts? Final thoughts on some of the discussion here today.
Yeah, I love it. I don't really know about gardening, so I can't really say much, but I'll leave it to him.
Yeah. Plants don't kill people. People do.
Thank you guys. That was fantastic. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys. Thank you.
I'm just explaining a little bit about Talkaoke and the People Speak. So we're in business of bringing people together and conversations, and we've been here for 4 years now, I think, and every year it's like different and it's really good. I really enjoy it. But community links are cycle past your building on the way here. Are you on Barking Road or somewhere?
Yes, we just now hang on. One of the projects is a living wall, and we hung on one of the walls, which is still not yet there because we still have to put the watering system, irrigation system. So next week, this Wednesday, we're hanging the second one, and we will have all the irrigation system, and it will be there, plants, and we're inviting people to come and water the wall. So we will have spray pumps there for people to come and just play around with it. Yeah,
that's amazing. But are you going to have any aubergine on your living wall? Because
no, not this one. No,
I'm really disappointed. But I'm sure you've got some other beautiful plants growing there. But
yeah, we do. So come along. You can anytime you want. Come along to the community links and have a look at the garden inside it.
Fantastic. So not only have we been discussing about litter picking, the importance of environment, any final thoughts from you guys before you head off?
Well, it's a good thing that you guys are doing, and it's raising awareness, and I didn't know much about these things, but now I come to know so many different things about plants, so it's good.
Yeah, it's a great thing, Talkaoke. You learn things.
Oh, sorry, I just wondered if you've got any questions you can throw to us so we can, we can ponder. Sorry.
That's it, so the ambulance here with me. Lovely to see you guys, keeping us safe. When you mention good people, the sun comes out. You say ambulance, the sun comes out. Thank you. Lovely this gentleman here with his flip-flop cookie. Look at that, mate. You bring the sun with you. Look at the glasses. Look at the pic. That's a classic picnic mat. That is a proper Bognaregis picnic mat. That is not an East London mat. That is that. Look, it's proper thing. You gotta put it down. That's what I'm saying. That is like a man Bournemouth. Let me bring the real thing.
Hello, ma'am. We've just been there. We've been talking about a lot of things. I just wanted to. Are you a gardener?
A gardener?
Yes. Are you?
Yes.
Yeah, fantastic. Take a seat. We're going to get some final thoughts from this lady over here. Any final thoughts before you head off? A question to pose to the rest of our table. Come on, guys. Come on, great. Take a seat for us. This person's going to ask us a question.
If you would like to ask, I was just wondering if you guys are scooching off, if you want to leave us with a question. So whilst you are away, we can think about your question, and maybe by the time you come back later, we'll come up with some answers. So.
I think one of the questions probably is what people feel about the subject of cancer. So, are they aware of it? How do they see this illness eradicated? What does it need to be done?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Fantastic, thank you very much, guys. I'm going to just get some names from the table over here, if that's all right.
I'm Kane.
Hello, what is your name?
Louisa. Eleanor.
Marion.
Mary.
He's Laurie.
Laurie. Ah, there we go. I thought I got Mary wrong as well. Hello, guys. So we're Talkaoke. We're a pop-up talk show, and we're just talking about what we've been talking about litter in Newham. We've been talking about gardening. We've been talking about whether do we really know very much about cancer. We've got loads of things that we've been talking about. But I just want to know, guys, do you guys ever pick up litter yourselves? Are you litter pickers, maybe, in the world?
I'm not sure. No, we've never done it before.
I do.
No, never done it before.
I do on my own sometimes. If there's something on the road outside my house, I pick it up.
Okay, so yeah, we think maybe we've got some more people over here as well. Maybe some old Talkaoke people. So we're thinking, maybe litter is a bit of a problem in Newham. I'm just wondering. We had a few ideas yesterday about things that ways that we could solve this issue. Some people suggested some flying bins. Some people were like, it's all about education, learning about in school. I don't know if you guys have got any ideas that we can throw out on the table.
Parents need to stop throwing litter. So I see people throwing litter out of their cars onto the road or just onto the pavement when they've got children with them, and that is really bad. And also the sex cards that are all over Newham at the moment, I am very cross about.
I don't know what those are.
Yesterday was somebody at the table saying about the age of consent, whether that should be changed or or lowered or whatever. It kind of came out of nowhere. By you talking about the cards, they're cards offering women, and they say sexy massage or whatever.
Oh, I think I have seen those. Yes.
And this is prostitution, and it's illegal prostitution. Well, prostitution is illegal anyway, but it's illegal trafficking of women, and they're all over the streets in Newham. And my husband's seen people dropping the cards, and it's exploitation of women, and they're all over the streets, and that's not great for kids to see.
Yeah, and that's quite interesting as well. That actually the way that they're distributing it is that literally by littering, that is the way that they can get them out there.
I do wonder though, because I don't know that much on the subject, but I have heard that there are some movements to legalise prostitution, and then there wouldn't be a problem about on trafficking and that kind of stuff. But but I also wonder whether the world that we live in now, and I think sex is just sold to us everywhere, or things are sold to us through sex and that kind of pornographic imagery. That I wonder whether that's just this is kind of how we consume the world now, how we see the world. This is part of the world. Maybe we just need to leave it be.
Yeah, I'm going to have some response over here.
That's a different issue. I'm talking about women who are trafficked over here and kept as sex slaves in Newham, Redbridge, Waltham, because I work in the area, and it's really rife. So women are brought over in minibuses from Romania, places like that, and they're offered money to come over, and African women as well. They're offered money to their families to come over, and they say, when you've earned enough money, then we'll let you go. But they take their passports. So all of those cards are like that. So legalising, yes, we shouldn't be prosecuting the women, you're right, but we should be sorting out the men. But I'm pretty sure those cards are not legal. They're for the other women. So women who, I've never met a prostitute who chose to be a sex worker, but some people say that they did choose it as a career or whatever. But this is degradation and bad treatment of women.
I was going to just quickly ask, do you work in this area yourself? Are you a social worker? What do you do?
I'm a psychologist in the NHS.
Oh wow, okay, so you see this quite often. Oh, I guess, do you see this quite often, or do you not really get to see many people? It must take quite a lot of steps before you actually end up seeing people on this kind of basis.
Yes, I do see people who've been they're illegal immigrants who are applying for leave to remain, and they've been trafficked over here, and then they come through the GP to see me because they've got PTSD from what's happened to them. This is great.
I've got maybe more questions over here, and possibly over here as well.
But I think this is really interesting. Also, yesterday we were having people actually quite praising the NHS in this area for doing really, stellar work. Not so much the police. Apparently they disappeared. I don't know what your views are. they're great, but just like not many of them. Yeah, that's so I think it's actually really great to have you here. I wondered, I mean, because this is like pretty heavy subject that we can change it at any point we want to, I suppose, open up. Yeah, well, do you know what? Funny you should say that. We have been talking about gardening quite a fair bit. Did you know that aubergine is quite easy to grow?
Yeah, but I was kind of also interested about something you said earlier, and maybe I could ask it to you guys as well. We were talking about the fact that you were saying, oh, we need to educate the parents, and that so maybe there's quite a lot of influence from your parents onto how you act. So I just wanted to know, do you guys feel like you're quite influenced by your parents on a daily basis, and do you think that's a good thing?
I think it is a good thing, because if a parent isn't good and doesn't know what is correct, then how is that parent's child going to be when they grow up?
Do you think we should maybe test parents before they become parents, try and make sure that they've got all the qualifications they need, that they're sensible? What do you think?
I'm not quite sure.
I'm just going to be a little bit close to you.
I do think that parents need to know about things that are going on in the world, so they can warn their children about things that are right and things that are wrong.
Okay, so it's quite important to have a bit of global, knowing what's going on in the world to actually be able to tell you what's sort of right and wrong.
But do you think that children can also educate their parents about things? Can it be the other way around?
I think that it is possible, because at schools now, very incredibly often, we always have police coming in and talking to us. Yeah, we've got loads of people come in and talk to us about bullying online and lots of things, and travel and being safe and being helpful to the community, and lots of things.
Okay, so and would you say that they're quite a positive? Do you like the police coming in and sort of talking to you about these things?
I think that yes, because it's been happening. We almost get the same talk every single year. But
okay, so maybe they can liven up a little bit.
But I think that because they do it every year, so often in the world, new things are happening, new problems are occurring, and I think that because they're coming into schools and doing things like that, lots of people are doing things like that. I think it's very helpful. What they're doing is very helpful.
Okay, so guys, we've been talking about whether you think adults are good influences in your life, whether you think that they rub off on you well. So we maybe talked about whether should we give tests to parents, maybe should we do your parents always influence you in good ways? I mean, we were talking a bit about yesterday about this as well, but just so that we get to all know each other, can I just do a quick round of names as well?
Jazia.
Say that one more time really loudly.
Jazia.
Thank you, Jazia. Oh, go on. Not too sure. I'll give mystery person.
Marion.
Eleanor.
Louisa.
Leona.
Leona. Hello, what is your name? Would you like to come and grab a seat? I'm mum as well. You can or a responsible adult with whatever relation you are.
Rochelle.
Kane.
Okay, guys, yeah, so we're a pop-up talk show. Maybe you guys know a little bit. You were here yesterday, so you know what we're talking about. Do you think we should make sure people have a test before they become parents? Maybe do we need to test to make sure people are good enough to be parents? What do you think?
I think that it actually depends, because I think it kind of is invading somebody's rights if you say you have to have a test before you're allowed to become pregnant. I think that it should be once the parent has had their child, then they should really just as soon as they've had their child, they should be taught on how exactly they should bring up their child.
Okay, so it's less of a test and more about education. So continually we should be able to give those people some support as well. Do you guys have some thoughts over here?
Yeah.
It's alright, the mic, it's very tough. It can take a lot of bashing.
I'm not sure yet.
Not sure. No. Okay. Would you rather? So some people think it's education. Some people think it's a test. Kane over here thinks.
I think that I think it's about that there should be support available if you think that you need it. I don't think there's one right way of parenting. So if you were to teach everyone the same way, then it would be very boring, and maybe all the children would just all be the same.
Okay, so that makes sense. Do you think maybe we should have maybe dating shows to let people become parents? I'm just thinking this because a lot of my friends they're watching Love Island right now, and I don't know whether all of those people would be good parents.
Like 9.
Yeah, do you think, should you watch Love Island if you're 9? That's a question.
Does anyone watch Love Island?
Anyone here watch it? No, why do you guys not watch it?
Because we're children and grown-ups should watch it since it's about dating and stuff, and children shouldn't really know about it yet since we're still being educated.
Okay, that is argue a lot more grown-up response than some of the grown-ups who watch it. But you think maybe it's about dating, maybe it's not ready yet for children to learn about dating, so that's why you guys don't watch it.
I think that because some of my teachers at school binge watch Love Island.
Did you say your teachers?
Yeah. And also some of my friends watch it, and I don't think that it's very suitable for children because it's the fame after Love Island that gets people, and it's not going to help them in life whatsoever. It's never going to do anything for you in life. You're just going to have been on that show, and some people very much regret having been on the show.
Okay, so reality TV maybe is it's a force for bad in the world. Do you think reality TV is actually quite a bad thing every single time? What do people think? Yeah.
I don't think that Love Island is for age, because kids have much more important things to do than watch TV.
Okay, so kids have much more important things to do than watch TV. Do you agree over here? Do you have a lot more important things to do than watch TV as a young person? What kind of things should you be doing instead? Pop over here so I can. I've got very short arms.
I go out with my friends.
Okay, so going out making friends, so in real life is more important. And do we think
studying hard?
Yeah, studying. Do we agree?
But couldn't you go out with your friends and go and watch TV with them? So you do both things?
Change it up a bit now.
Interesting.
I think that if you go out with your friends, it's okay if you go out with your friends and you go to the cinema, for example. But I think that if you went out with your friends and you just went over to their house to watch television, then you could probably, with the world doing what it's doing, you could watch TV wherever you were, and you wouldn't have had to be with your friends to watch TV. So I think if you were with your friends, you should be doing something like maybe some arts and crafts, something that you couldn't do if you weren't with your friend.
Oh, I like that. So maybe having friends allows us to be a bit more creative, to do things better. And you don't think that we should have some we're saying that Love Island is not really appropriate to watch the children. You've got better things to do. Do you think there should be a children's reality TV show about children? Do you think that would be a good idea?
There is reality TV shows.
There is. Okay, I don't know any reality TV shows about children. You're gonna have to illuminate me.
Well, there's a TV show called The Dengineers where children have their dream den sort of thing built about things, and then there's also stuff like that's a drama TV show for children, but it's based on real life. It's based on real life stuff, like a show called The Dumping Ground. It's about children in care.
Okay, so it's not real people, but it's about real solution, like real things going on. You had some thoughts as well. Oh, and I was going to say, responsible adult over here, potentially mum. Do you think children have too many important things to do to be watching TV? Are you guys off now? Yeah. Have I got any final thoughts? Any final thoughts from you?
I think that there should be something done about children watching grown-up shows because it's not very appropriate for them.
Was that some kind of rule, did you say?
I'm not sure, but yeah, something, because children do watch grown-up shows and it's not good for them, and they should watch younger shows that are good for them.
So the line's a bit blurred. So yeah, I'm gonna get one more final thought and maybe a final question as well.
I think that it is okay for children to watch some TV shows. Like I love watching The Great British Bake Off. I think that's a great show. However, there are so many different shows on every TV channel that it would be very incredibly difficult to make a rule for each TV show.
Okay, so it might be quite hard to actually make rules around them as well. And any final thoughts? Any final thoughts from you? Would you want to just maybe make some weird sounds into the microphone at all? You don't have to though. And responsible adult number 2, could I just maybe ask you to leave us with a question that we can debate on the table as you leave? So something for us to discuss when we leave.
I can't think.
It's a lot of pressure. If you bail, think of that question or potentially a final thought as well.
Final thought? I think this is great. I was saying you should serve alcohol, and then I'd sit here all day, just chat.
Guys, should we serve some alcohol here?
Yeah. What do you think about serving alcohol to children and then filming it? Yeah, that's bad.
Thank you. Wow, guys, what a great question to land on as well. Have a good time, guys. Enjoy the Newham Show as well. Anyone else who's kind of looking over here, but I really want to come and sit down and I want to join in, guys. The great thing is you can come and grab a seat. We are Talkaoke. We're a pop-up talk show.
They really wanted it.
Yeah. So you guys, a lot of people have been playing this game. Have you guys played the game that's next door to us? No, you haven't. Okay. I just wanted to know what it's about, guys. What are you queuing for? We want to know. Snakes and ladders. Oh, okay. And do you think it's as good to have some traditional board games at a fair? Why does everyone want to play snakes and ladders today? Hi guys, come and take a seat. Just for fun. That's fair enough. Guys, hello. Welcome to Talkaoke. We're a pop-up talk show. For all of you wandering over here, come and grab a seat. We're talking about life, the world, and everything. We've been talking about reality TV shows, whether we should have them for children. We've been talking about littering. We've been talking about Newham. What are your guys' names?
Welcome back.
Suja. And what's your name?
Suwon.
Okay, guys. Are you guys from Newham?
Yes.
What do you guys think of Newham? Goodbye, guys. Have a great time.
Well, Newham is a good place to live, but not good job.
Oh, okay, so good place to live, but maybe not necessarily good jobs. What do you think about Newham, and as a place to grow up as a young person?
It's really fun. There's good stuff to do, and yeah.
And do you think have you guys been to this event before?
Yeah, we have.
What is important about, guys? Come and have a seat. Welcome. What is your name?
Amen.
Eamon, have you been to the new? Are you guys off? Can you leave us with any questions that we can maybe pose to Eamon and the rest of the table? Just a question for us to discuss. It can be silly, it can be serious.
What's your favourite TV show?
Fantastic, thank you. What is your favourite TV show? Let's kick it off. Eamon, what is your favourite TV show? I'll give you a minute to think about it. Margot as well.
I've discovered my new favourite TV show last night. It's called, what's it called? 21. 21 Again. And it's about 21-year-old daughters and their mothers going through a makeover. So mothers are made up to look 21 and they go on dates together with their daughters. They basically live their lives like their daughters do on social media and everything. It was an eye-opening experience.
Wow. Okay. So making maybe your parent live as you. Would you want to give your dad or mum a makeover so they look like what is your age, Eamon?
Bullying and annoying people annoying me.
That would be what you think your parents would experience if they had to become your age again.
Okay. What makes me rage is struggling to sleep.
Okay. Yeah.
And my favorite TV show is Dragon Ball Z.
Okay, Dragon Ball Z. Okay. Got some opinions over here.
I've got to say that's a very, very good choice of favourite TV show. I like a lot of, Japanese anime. I'm a very big fan of a series called Battle of Titan, which is... Have you seen that? Attack on Titan. Wait, can we go... Do you want to...
I also like Attack on Titan. This is great.
I watched Attack on Titan in my iPad. I saw the deaths and the monsters killed the people in Japanese.
I was going to say, because Attack on Titan, if anyone knows, it's an anime show, but it's about giants that eat people. But it's quite scary. Did you find it was like a hard thing to watch? Did you think maybe it was too old for you?
No, I wanted to be brave, and I like anime. Do you know Naruto?
No, I don't.
Naruto is like his attacks has Rasengan, Shadow Clone Jutsu, and that.
Okay. Oh, we've got some responses over here.
And if you were to have, if you were to be an anime superhero, what sort of powers would you like? Would you like to have a sort of magic ball that you can throw, or
Any anime secret powers? Hello guys, just for anyone who's wandering past and wants to know what we're doing, we're Talkaoke, we're a pop-up talk show. Have you guys got a favourite TV show? Hello guys, what's your names?
Saily.
And what's your name? Lady. You're gonna have to come closer. Janie, come closer, otherwise I won't be able to hear you. It'll be very embarrassing. JD and Sadie, did you say? Saily. Oh, there we go. I'll get there in the end. I like the rhyming combination as well. Do you guys have favourite TV shows, or do you think that maybe you're too busy to watch TV? We've had some young people here today. They're like, no, I haven't got enough time to watch TV. I'm doing too many important things. Do you feel like that, madam, walking behind the flag? Do you feel like you've got too many things to do to watch TV? What do you think, Saily?
I didn't hear you.
What do you think, that you've got too many important things to do as a child to watch TV? Should you be watching TV? No, not at all. Not even for fun or to relax. What do we think?
I was just saying earlier, I found this program where mums swap with their daughters. So there's like a makeover happening. So the mums basically dress as their children. And I wondered whether you'd be interested in taking part in something like this.
Okay, guys, before you go, could you leave us a question for the table, something that we could ask everyone here at the show? It can be silly, it can be funny, it can be serious.
Why did how about a joke?
Oh, I would love a joke. Would we all like a joke, guys? Yep. Yeah, we would love a joke.
Why did the chicken sit on the eggs?
Why did the chicken sit on the eggs?
Because he didn't have any chair.
Because I like it. Have you got some jokes for us as well? Yeah. Thank you very much.
Why did the orange fell out of the tree?
Okay, so that was. Why did the orange fall out of the tree?
Because the oranges kicked him out for being so silly and annoying.
Okay, so I think like a little bit of a meta joke here. You have to go. Can you leave us? We're losing people, sadly. I would hate for you to go, but it's all right. I'll survive. But can you leave us with a question that I can ask all the people walking by to try and make them come and sit down on the table?
What is your favorite food?
Nice, I like it. Accessible, easy, great. Thank you very much, guys. So what is your favorite food? Guys, what is your favorite food? Anyone got any favorite foods they might want to say? If you can be over the age of 21 and still tell me, don't worry. Anyone favorite foods? I'm gonna go. Well, my favorite food. I think I do like cheese. I have to admit, really loving cheese is a good favorite food.
I concur. Plus, I've just noticed there are some exceptionally good-looking and good-smelling chips with truffle oil and parmesan being sold on site. Have you tried the parmesan chips yet? Apparently, they're selling them there. And the woman who was having them next to me, she really inspired me.
That's my favourite. Excellent. So some kind of form of chips is a favourite food. That's great. That's what we like to hear. You, sir, in the camouflage hat. I can't really see you, but what is your favourite food? I'm really happy. I'm competing a bit against the music, but that's all right. We'll find some people.
I think my favourite is hummus. I love hummus.
Yeah, hummus is a good one. Along with baba ganoush, with aubergines.
I mean, I think long and hard about this quite a lot, and I think it often comes back to pizza. Yeah, I do. I think there's a lot of other things that I really love. Like, I love a good pasta. Like everyone loves chips. Who doesn't love a burger? Vegetarian or meat, depending. But pizza, perfect.
Yeah, I like that. I've recently trained it well. I'm recently vegetarian, or almost, and it's quite hard to think of my favourite foods now because they used to be meat, and that's quite like a difficult decision to go from and go here and there.
One thing that, I had to stop and think about it. Once somebody said, answering the question, "What's your favourite food?" They said cereal. Because it's so versatile, you can eat it with milk on its own or with other things, and I had to think about that.
I don't know about guys. Do you have any favourite foods? Would you say cereal is a good favourite food to have?
No.
No. What is your favourite food, guys? Come and take a seat. Come and take a seat. Come and take a seat. We need some people. We need some thoughts about food here, guys. So, what is your favourite food?
I don't know.
You don't know? Yeah, why? What about a responsible adult here? Doesn't like eating? Oh my goodness, that really throws me. Do you like eating?
Yeah, I love eating.
Have you got a favourite food?
Yep, rice and curry.
Oh, rice and curry, yes, very versatile. Can have lots of different flavours in there as well. A spicy one?
Yeah, spicy.
Excellent, I like that.
But I was saying my favourite food's pizza, and just to sort of say, why I think it's arguably better than anything else is that you can actually put rice and curry on your pizza if you wanted to, or you could put cereal. I mean, it's got that level of versatility. I mean, do you agree with me?
No.
Hello guys, what is your favourite food? Can you tell us? Goodbye guys, can you tell us any final thoughts about food? Guys, come and join us. We're Talkaoke. We're a pop-up talk show, and you guys, you're our VIPs for the day. I just want to know, what's your favourite food?
My favourite food is chicken.
Chicken. Any particular type of chicken, or just like the whole thing, beaks and feet and everything?
Everything.
Everything. Okay. Would you have a boiled chicken? I used to have a friend who would just boil their chicken, and I found that very strange.
No.
Okay, so we've been talking a bit about food here, guys. Yesterday we had quite a good discussion about what is the most shocking thing you've ever eaten. A lot of people just came up with fish, which I thought was a bit unfair. I thought that was unfair on fish. I don't think that's a weird food. I'm just wondering, why do we think we dislike food so much? What are the foods that put us off? What What do you think, you sir, over here? Come and get involved. Have you got any favourite foods yourself? Is it chips? Is it broccoli? We're not so sure.
I think the children's food is like way worse than like grown-up food, because children, they just have very small choice. They have like just like plain stuff. I think when you're a grown-up, you really can have better food.
How do you feel as a young person, or maybe adults as well, can weigh on this? Is it unfair? Are you being cheated out of the good food?
No.
When you go, if you go to a restaurant with anyone, would you order from the children's menu or from the adult menu?
Adult menu.
Oh, okay. What's making you order from the adult menu, do you think?
Because the adult menu, they like have more nice foods, and the children's food, it's like a little portion.
Okay, yeah, so maybe this is a theme that's coming out, is actually maybe children are like, you get a bit bland food, maybe you get small food. I remember when I was at school, the teachers, the big male teachers who were maybe a bit too big, always got seconds, but we didn't, and I thought that was very unfair because we were growing. Guys, have you got any favourite foods? Favourite foods, guys? Not ice cream, okay. Guys, come and take a seat. We're just saying, we think that maybe if you're younger, you kind of get cheated out of all the good food. Do you guys order from the children's menu?
Not really.
Yeah, why don't you order from the children's menu?
Because I'm fat.
You're going to say because I'm fat, because you like food, because you like, is it like the portions or is it the flavours? What's making you think you're like, no, I don't want to order from the children's menu?
I don't really.
How about you? Does anyone here like children's food? I think I miss potentially turkey Twizzlers. Do you remember those?
No.
Maybe I'm showing my age now. I think they got banned when I was at school because they would decide they were so unhealthy. But yeah, like chicken nuggets, maybe like we miss some of the children's food a little bit, which is like really plain bread.
I think chicken nuggets are horrible. Because they just, like, you don't know what's inside. They just got like these weird shapes. But how do you know? Because they've got very odd shapes. I think they're bad.
Hello guys, we're a little pop-up talk show. You guys can come and grab a seat. Adults, children, everyone. We're just talking about children's food and whether do children get a bit of a hard time out of the children's menu. Like it's not very good food, it's a bit bland, it's a bit small. And then some people are saying that actually they liked it. Some people think chicken nuggets are disgusting, some people love them. So I just want to know guys, if you ever go out and you get to order from a menu, would you order from the children's section or the adult section?
I order the children's section.
Yeah, why do you order from the children's section?
Because I'm little.
Yeah, you're little. Someone said like, because I have no choice. Yeah, is that unfair? Do you guys want to have more choice when you're dining out, perhaps? Well, as a responsible adult here, what are your opinions on the children's menu?
I think the children's menu.
I can't hear you. Come and sit down.
I think the children's menu is ideal for them because it's small portions and it's not so big and yeah.
Do you think maybe like, but do you think it's a bit bland? We were talking about like maybe the food's not very nice on the children's menu.
There is a variety of different foods, so my kids are not fussy. They eat anything anyway.
What do you reckon, guys? Have we got fussy eaters around the table?
Fussy eater?
Yeah. What? Anything weird or just why is she a fussy eater?
She's just my sister.
She's just my sister. She's just a difficult human being who I have to survive with.
When I was young, I was really fussy eater, but I lived in a different country with lots of amazing food. And now I miss it because I love that kind of food, but now I eat it. But when I was a kid, I didn't eat it, so I feel really bad I was fussy when I was a child.
So do you think maybe children have worse taste buds than adults? Do you guys think that's fair? Do you think that's true? What do you think? Do you think that adults have got better taste buds than children?
Deal with it. Adult adults just deal with it.
Okay, so adults just deal with it. Maybe they have to put up with a bit more. They're the ones who did the shopping, so they just have to make the decisions.
I'm quite intrigued about your theory about the chicken nuggets, because we never got to the bottom of it, but because I just like, what's so appealing about chicken nuggets? Apparently chicken nuggets are like, they're not. That is just the thing to be eating. I disagree, but I wanted to hear how would you advertise chicken nuggets to someone?
Delicious.
Because we want like the M&S advert of the chicken nuggets. We want you to describe what is so great about them.
They're good.
They're good. Okay, we're going minimalist here. Is it because they're sweet, they're salty? Like, what is it that makes them so appealing? And but if you don't know, then what makes them taste different to like broccoli or something?
I've heard a rumor that they put like chicken beaks into chicken nuggets.
Well, I think it's actually quite a sensible idea to put them in. I don't know what you think, Rick.
No, so my girlfriend is vegan, and she has vegan chicken nuggets, which actually I don't know what's in them though, to be honest. They're not chicken.
Yeah, no, actually, I can tell you the veggie chicken nuggets are quite tasty. I'm a fan of them. Okay, guys. So, do you think it's good? Like, is it good to use all the rubbish bits of chicken to put into a chicken nugget? Maybe that's a good idea. Or would you rather know what you're eating, because you don't want to be eating some chicken's foot? Yeah. Why is it ew? Why shouldn't we be eating chicken's feet?
I don't want to eat a chicken's foot.
But why? What is it? What makes it different eating a chicken's foot to a chicken's leg, for example?
The bone.
Okay, so maybe it's a bone, but would you eat? But you might eat. Have you ever had ribs, for example? Have you had meat with them? So what makes some food gross and some food what kind of foods do you guys find really gross?
England.
I'm not England. Like just all English food. You're like, ugh, it's a bit gross. Maybe. So you're not a fan of Yorkshire pudding? Do you like chocolate cake? What is the thing that you're like, ugh, that is really gross, I don't want to eat that?
No. Salad.
Salads. Oh, all salad. Guys, come and take a seat. We're just talking about foods that we like and dislike, and maybe what we can do from here as well. What have you guys got any dislikes of food?
I like.
No, what food do you not like?
I don't like.
I think this is good. You're running out of things to find. This is great, yeah. How about as an adult? Because obviously as an adult you have a bit more freedom. If you don't like something, you can say, I'm not going to eat it. And do you find that there's pressure?
I'm a fussy.
Yeah, tell us how.
I don't like broccoli. I don't like no vegetables. I don't like fish. I just eat chicken, meat, potatoes, rice. But I won't try anything either. My taste buds, I think, they're still the same from when I was younger. Where my kids, I'm quite lucky with. They eat anything I give them. So they eat all the healthy stuff, and mummy don't really, yeah.
I like vegetables.
But you do like vegetables? Do you think that's fair? Do you think you should maybe make your parent eat a bit more vegetables?
Yeah.
What would be a good plan to try and so your children, you might have some adults in your lives. How do you try and change them? How can you try and make them change? Do you think? What's that? Do you send them to their room? Guys, before you go, tell us. Can you tell us what your worst food is? The food that you hate the most?
What you didn't like?
Or maybe you like all food. That's okay. Can you leave us with maybe a question or a joke or a thought that we can discuss at the table? So anything that's maybe happened this morning or yesterday?
I'll tell you a joke.
Oh great, yes please, tell us a joke. We like a good joke at the Talkaoke table.
What do you call a bottle with no legs?
What do you call a bottle with no legs? Okay, what do you call a bottle with no legs?
A bottle.
We've had. I like it. It makes you stop and think. It makes you question yourself. It's great. Hello, there's a responsible adult over here. We've just been talking about influencing our children and whether we can influence them. That's all right. Don't worry. Thank you, sir, as well. Have a good rest of your Newham show. Are you guys? So, guys, what are we going to talk about?
Vegetables in adults' food.
Okay, so maybe we could shove vegetables in adults' food.
I'm curious because it was interesting that this lady said that she doesn't eat any vegetables, but you as her daughters, you eat all of the vegetables. And I wonder, because you were asking earlier, can parents set a bad example to kids? And do you guys set a good example to your parents sometimes? Do you feel like they're doing things that are wrong and you have to correct them?
I've got a little brother, and sometimes I feel like more of a mum than my mum does.
How so? Explain a little bit more. How?
She normally sits and watches TV and like, and then I'm like, oh, don't do this, don't do that, and she's like, oh, whatever.
And are you older than? Are you older than your brother?
Yes.
Okay, so you feel like maybe you have to do a bit more of the disciplining around your household that maybe your mum.
I have 3 siblings, so it makes it even harder.
Okay, so you're maybe like holding the fort in terms of discipline in your household. You guys had a few thoughts earlier. Like, what ways do you think you can like influence your parents, your mum or dad?
I think that we can shove fruit in my parents' mouth.
You're gonna put food in your parents' mouth. Specifically, what?
Fruit in.
Okay, so fruit as well. Hello guys, I've got some very, very stylish people over here who potentially would like to come along. They're just not really sure. Guys, come and take a seat. We've been talking about food, whether your children influence you or do you influence your children? Guys, can you guys give us some final thoughts before you go? Maybe a question that we could ask the rest of the table as well when you guys leave.
I've got a joke.
I've got a joke, please give us. Okay, is it gonna be more confusing than the bottle one, or is it gonna be less so? It's gonna be funny. Oh, okay, guys, we're prepared.
You're looking at one.
You're looking at one. Oh no! That was very endearing. I like that joke. Thank you. Hello guys, we're Talkaoke. We're a pop-up talk show. Come and grab a seat, guys. Do you know any jokes? No. Do you have any? Are you a responsible adult who has children? Yeah. How do you think that you are a good influence to your children, or do you think your children influence you?
Sorry, say again.
We're just talking about these guys over here. They eat a lot of vegetables their parents don't, and we're just discussing, can children maybe be good influences on parents? Can they make them do things that make you like live a better life? I just want to know what your experience of someone who has children is on that.
I can't actually recall.
Come a little bit closer because I won't be able to hear you otherwise.
Yeah, I can't actually recall. Children can influence you big time actually, in different ways, yeah, especially like.
So you think that they have like a good influence on you? Yeah. Well, how so? Goodbye, guys. Can you leave us with any final thoughts before you go?
I got a joke. What do you call a bird with no legs?
What do you call a bird with no legs? Okay, let's. What? A bird with no legs.
What is it?
A bird with no legs.
A bird with no legs. That's what you call a bird with no legs. Thank you. We've got some really sophisticated humour here today, and that's what I really like, guys. Have a great day at your Newham show. Anyone else who's thinking, we've been talking about jokes, which I'm quite liking. Has anyone here got a joke that they want to share with the Talkaoke table? Guys, come and sit down. Do you guys know any good jokes? Come and grab a seat. Yeah, responsible adult as well. We need all the generations around the Talkaoke table, because this is a pop-up talk show. We've been discussing loads of different things today. What is your name?
Sanjit.
Sanjit. And what is your name?
Nima.
Nima. Okay, Nima. And do you know any good jokes?
Remember.
You can't remember. That's all right. We've been talking a little bit about jokes today. We've been talking about whether... Come and grab a sit down. Do you guys know? Come and grab a seat, guys. What is your name?
Mohammed.
Yeah. What is your name again?
Mahima.
What is your name?
Sanjeev.
I'm Margot.
Rick.
I'm Rick, and hello guys, I'm Evie. This is a Talkaoke. It's Talkaoke. It's a pop-up talk show, and you guys are our guests. So I'm just thinking, we've been talking a bit about how parents, and then come and grab. We've been talking about like whether parents make us better people, or whether children can maybe make their parents any better. So maybe children can make their adults eat more vegetables. I just want to know your thoughts on this.
I really think that kids would make terrible parents, because I think parents are more clever and they're older, and yeah, kids couldn't be good parents, not when they're really little.
What do we think?
Well, I disagree. I think that kids usually know more than adults, because like kids go out more, so they see the reality more. So I think kids will be better parents than older people, because older people only link to when they were young, but now it's the 21st century, so children have to link at what they think now.
Okay, so maybe strong opinions on the field here. Guys, we're just discussing, will children make better parents or terrible parents? And maybe, are you a parent yourself, madam? Grab a thing. I think you've got some thoughts over here. Do you feel like you could be a good parent? Maybe you could be better than your current parents.
No, I can't.
Why not? Well, let's come a little bit closer to the mic. What makes you a bad parent now, do you think? If you were.
I don't know how to change a nappy.
Okay. But I mean, you could learn.
That's odd. I'm not like that. It's a bit odd for me.
Okay, so you were actually supporting maybe Margot and then Kane over here as well?
I quite like your point, and I wondered what you thought about it, because you said that actually kids could make really good parents, because kids get out more, so they have more of a knowledge about the world better than their parents. And I wonder whether you think that's true. I like your point, but I disagree. I think kids are terrible parents. Would be terrible parents.
And then we had some thoughts over here as well, whether so maybe kids could be good, maybe they could be bad. I'm going to go over here and then over to Kane.
I still completely disagree with you. I think that children are still better parents, because like you could teach the older people about the 21st century. Like schools now and schools before were completely different. So like you could teach them, but they can't really teach you, because in school we learn history. So either way we're going to learn what's in the past, but the adults won't learn what's in the future. So you could teach them. So that's why I think children are better parents.
Oh, nice. So it's a knowledge gap, but potentially as well.
But I guess alongside the stuff you can teach them, do you think there's stuff that you might find difficult, like doing the cooking every evening, washing up all the plates and dishes, changing nappies? Yeah.
Come and grab a seat. We're in a bit of a midst of a heated debate about whether children could actually be better parents than parents are, because maybe they're a bit younger, they understand more. Kane over here saying that maybe they haven't got the stamina to do all the washing up every night. And I just wanted to know, have you got any responses on that? What do you think on this?
I can agree with him when he says that we can teach kids about the 21st century, because most parents are unaware of let's say slang and stuff and what goes around in the world, because they'd be more busy doing work and stuff. So yeah.
Okay, so maybe, maybe parents getting a bit better, they might already know about the slime craze. Is there anything else, maybe we should know, what is the new craze, guys? What should we know about as adults that is a new thing? I'm looking to the younger people here, obviously.
Okay. So what I think is that, well, now there are different companies such as like Gucci, Louis Vuitton, and you can teach them more about that. Old people will like old clothes, such as the strap that goes around to your shoulders. They'll like those kind of stuff, but you can introduce them into more stuff like more expensive or like normal clothes in the 21st century, as I say.
You bought me shoes yesterday.
So it's something about, you think that maybe children have got better fashion style, so maybe they're a bit more fashion conscious. Is it? I think this lady over here, she's got a phone out, got big glass on. You look a bit like a celebrity. Would you say? Oh, that's all right. Don't worry. Apologies. So we're thinking maybe children are more fashion conscious than adults are. Do you guys agree? Maybe we're more the adults on the table.
I would say that the children around this table are they're very well dressed today. But, I think we as adults can give them a run for our money, and ultimately it's our money that's paying for your clothes. So I mean, would you, if you were to become, if children were to become parents, would you also take all of the parents' jobs as well?
Okay, so we need some access to resource as well. Hello guys, if you're just wondering, we are Talkaoke, we're a pop-up talk show. Come and grab a seat. We're just talking about whether children are more fashionable than adults, for example, or young people, are they more fashionable than adults?
Yeah, ever heard of a protest? You can make money by protesting about something like climate change is happening now. So I think you can protest about these stuff and you can make money out of that, because you could just go around your neighborhood and imagine you want to donate for your school, and then you could do lots of stuff to make money. Money is not a problem, but I don't anyone could be a parent at any age, but not a baby or something like that. So I think that children can make money, but in their own ways.
Hello guys, we're just I can tell you want to come over, and it'll make it even better because we want to know your opinions. Do you think that children are? Thank you very much. Before you go, guys, do you have any final thoughts for us? We've been talking about, are children more fashionable than parents? I just want to find out what your final thoughts are.
In certain cases, children could be better than parents, because they are more aware of the future. They have different tastes compared to parents that could be more traditional, and they wouldn't really relate to them. Yeah.
Okay, so thank you very much. That's fantastic. Succinct final thought. Have a great day, guys. We've got some thoughts over here. You're itching to say something, sir. Come and grab a seat.
I just say he's very nice. He's a number one, my son anyway, my family. He just loved me so long, and I do love him as well. And he's a very good boy.
Oh, so nice. He says that he's a good boy. You have you teach your father a lot about fashion. I'm quite interested about how you make money from being a protester. I want to find out a bit more about this. Is it because you become an influencer and so people pay to have ads? How can you make money as a protester today? Because I think it's something that's really important, and it'd be great if we could make money from it.
So, young people can become athletes, or they can make money out of many stuff like protests if they're athletes. So protests, you could go around, you can because people factories don't have enough money to make big cars such as Teslas and all that. So you could go around protesting and saying, get more Teslas, it will help the world. And then Tesla will probably provide you with some money because you're sponsoring their company. So that's the way you can make money in one way. An athlete, imagine you become a young runner and imagine you get sponsored by Nike. Nike will give you some money, of course, because you're sponsoring them. So that's the way of children making money.
Okay, so yeah, maybe if you're a protester, maybe you get sponsored. But do you think that maybe it's a bit hypocritical? Say you're being sponsored by Tesco, and you're raising awareness about climate change, for example. But maybe Tesco actually is quite a big impactor on climate change. Do you think that's an ethical problem that we can maybe accept money from people who support us, or who don't support our actual values itself? So got some nodding over here.
Yeah, I think it's difficult to, if you're going to be a protester, then you are raising money maybe for the cause that you're supporting. So it might be a bad idea. in terms of your reputation in the world and what people think on you on social media, if you take money from, say, a big supermarket that does lots of polluting, or from a car company. So yeah, I mean, have you had any thoughts about how you would make money yourself if you were to become a parent tomorrow?
I like that. How would you make money yourself if you became a parent tomorrow? Very sudden.
Like, you can work in small stuff such as like laundries. You can make you don't really need to be you don't have to have a qualify for that, like a degree for a laundry person, but you can still make money at the same time. So like small stuff still can make money. Like you can imagine you're a type of, you could go on your bike and do shopping for someone else and they pay you the money. That's a job that anyone can really do. Or being a laundrette, because like you just take clothes, put in the washing machine, and then take them out, and then probably take it to the house. And you can make easy, like not easy money, but you can still make money out of small stuff like that. So you can make like 20, 30 pounds a day, and that'll still get you food, still get you around like bus transport, TFL, and all that. So I think that's the way children can make money.
Yeah, and I'm quite taken by that as well. So like how you seem to know, like maybe you know your area quite well, like where the need is. I'm just thinking maybe some people in the queue who are queuing for snakes and ladders, do any of you guys know how you would make money? Maybe you over there. How would you make money if you would want to make money as a child? Any thoughts? How would we make money? But I would say so. Do you think it's as easy as that, or do you think that maybe we're being a little bit naive in thinking that children can really easily make money? Do you think that? Oh yeah.
Children be better parents than adults.
Yes. Boys mean like you're the. Let me discuss.
You're my son. I'd be a better parent than you.
Do you think this guy can be a better father than you are?
I'm an old school boy. I don't know many things anyway. You know that. I'm born in a small village, so he know better than me.
Oh, okay. So maybe the way you grow up is different. Yeah. Means you have to. But do you think you know more about the countryside and like?
Only one thing's about only just all my life is money, work, and work. That's all. But one thing is about is the person who is trying to have the money, they can have it. It's better you go to do the construction job, whatever you want to do it. Just bring the good money, which one your peace of mind. Get later. Don't dream about others. You know what I mean? What God give it to you, I think that we need to be appreciated for that.
Okay, so it's like the value of hard work and making sure that you can sort of pass on to others.
And as you said that you'll probably be critiqued on social media. Like some people don't really care what other people say about them. They just care about what they think and what family members think. If imagine like there's a person that doesn't like what I'm doing. Like I just think let them don't like what I'm doing. It's my choice if I want to do something that I like. So I think that like people can't change my opinion on what I want to think of. So
I like it. Yeah. Okay. So it's, you have to maybe like to make money in this world in this day and age. You actually have to be a bit more thick-skinned as well. So we have to maybe protect ourselves a bit more. So the life of an influencer, you might get a lot of money, but it might be quite tough. Are you guys off? Any final thoughts before you go?
Children are way better parents than adults.
Oh, thank you. That's a good one to leave us on. Children are way better parents than adults. Yeah, right. Shall we? I think time for a bit of a quick swap around, I think.
Big round of applause for Evie in the middle, doing what seems to be quite a very interesting and a bit of a gig, like a Sunday afternoon gig.